Whew. Well, what's up, people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, you know it don't work without you guys. Well, tomorrow's finally freaking Friday. Another week, in fact, another month is almost in the books. I can't believe February is almost gone. And today's been a crazy day. Lord knows it's actually good that I'm able to work from home with doing a lot of the stuff that I do, so I could keep up and keep you guys up to date with everything that's going on in football. You know, it's almost like playing like a pretend job, you know, or playing a dream job, so to speak. So we have some more news that's interesting here for the Cowboys. If it wasn't enough for Russell Wilson basically to do what everybody does, and that's, of course, use the Dallas Cowboys when you want to negotiate, okay? Of course, you always say, hey, you're like Earl Thomas, hey, you know what, Cowboys, come get me. Well, you know, I'm not, you know, asking for a trade, but, you know, I wouldn't mind going to the Cowboys. Yeah, so, of course, that whole dynamic's going on. If that wasn't enough drama for the Dallas Cowboys as we're dealing with Dak Prescott and his ankle and everything getting together and dealing with the contract, and of course, you know, Jerry Jones talking about owls and chickens, there's word that the Dallas Cowboys are on the short list of teams that can't refuse to be on Hard Knocks. I think if you've got a first-year coach, you get a waiver, or if you've been in the playoffs in the last 2 years, you get a waiver. And I forgot what the other one is, but basically, I think the Cowboys, Denver, I think the Eagles, not the Eagles, excuse me, the Giants are all eligible, although they think that the Jaguars might be the team that they want to put on there because of getting their new coach and stuff, and possibly getting Trevor Lawrence there, that the intrigue would be, you know, really big, having, you know, Trevor Lawrence, the #1 pick, and Urban Meyer as the head coach. You know, having all that drama and dynamic and everything else may make good for TV. However, Cowboys have been on in 2003, I think 2010. Oh, I think if you've been in the last 10 years, that was the other one. If you have not been in the last 10 years, if you've not been in the playoffs the last 2 years, and you don't have a new coach, you are eligible to be picked to be on Hard Knocks. So the Cowboys fit that criteria. And we all know the Cowboys are full of drama. I mean, you can see it right now between, you know, well, Zeke Elliott returned to form. You know, you got your aging veterans and Tyron Smith and everything else. Can he get it back together? Can the Cowboys regain the glory of the glory years and so on? And of course, Dak Prescott coming back from injury. Can he be the the comeback player of the year and so on? There's so much storylines in there, especially if they don't get a long-term deal done and Dak Prescott's under the franchise tag. You know that the Cowboys would be the one. It's kind of crazy. You know, I talk about my knees, you know, being bad. I was back at the doctor last week, and this knee isn't as bad as this knee, even though the scars on this knee are a lot worse. This one is literally bone on bone. And when you look at it, it looks like half of my bone just looks like it's shattered. Where literally I've got a groove that's built into it. And there's nothing they can do about it except a knee joint replacement. And with the type of work that I do, the doctor is really trying to get me to get through till I'm 60. This one, it's not quite as bad, but it's still bad. And he's like, you know, we can scope and clean that one out. And it was funny because I was doing some stretching and I was doing some ISIS stuff on there, and Philly 500, you know, Philly is like, he's like a buzzard. He's circling when he thinks something's dying. Okay, that's the only time Philly 500 shows up. Because right now, you know, I guess he's circling around the Eagles' lair. So after he was crying on a live stream earlier today, he sent me a text message and said, oh, Cowboys aren't going to sign Dak Prescott. If they get Russell Wilson, you guys win the Super Bowl. And I was like, man, I said, we ain't going after Russell Wilson. He said, good. And so I was talking with my daughter, she texted me and stuff, and, I saw the message come across, and I responded, and I said, oh, I'm just chilling with some ice on my knees. And by accident, I sent it to Philly 500. And he's like, what do you mean? What's wrong? You okay? Thank you for being concerned. I said, I've got no ACL in one knee and stuff, and then I had a flesh-eating bacteria in my knee in 1995. And it hit me. God, it hit me like a ton of bricks. That was the last time we were at the Super Bowl. It was 1995. Oh my God. So much has happened since that time. That's a long time ago. My first marriage ended. I raised 2 kids on my own until I remarried in 2003. I've been to 17 Super Bowls, none of which had the Dallas Cowboys. I've seen my kids go from my son being 5 years old, my daughter being 3, to seeing them now as grown-ass people. It's too damn long. Way too long. Think about how many vehicles I've gone through since then. How many different places I lived. How many wars did we go through? September 11th, the first Iraqi war, second Iraqi war, Afghanistan, still in Afghanistan. Damn, that shit hurts. The other part of this is it's interesting. Sean McVay, who openly criticized Jared Goff during the season, left him hanging in the playoffs and literally treated him like a redheaded stepchild. Basically, they got to the point where they said, y'all need marriage counseling. You think about Carson Wentz's relationship with the Eagles, where one of his former players said from 2018 is when he started checking out. And we know him and the coach didn't communicate. They didn't talk. That dynamic was screwed up. We hear Aaron Rodgers, of course, who had the problems with Mike McCarthy, and still is questioning, of course, because they ended up getting Hurts in the first round. They traded up to get a quarterback. And even after being in the playoffs and having the year that he had, the MVP season, still wasn't sure that the team wanted him. You look at a guy like Tua, who was drafted in the first round by the Miami Dolphins, where it seems like, we don't really trust you and believe in you and maybe want to replace you. You think about Jimmy Garoppolo, who went to a Super Bowl with the 49ers, and the relationship there is kind of like, well, you're right for right now, unless we can find somebody else. You think about Hopkins and how he's like, screw y'all, I'm done. I want to get the hell out of here. I'm not going to play. Trade me for whatever you can get. All of these bad relationships where they're not communicating back and forth, there's animosity between them, that each side basically are headed for divorce. It's crazy. It cost Doug Peterson his job. And here we have Dak Prescott. Ain't never been paid. Nobody traded up for him. Exceeded expectations. Isn't a loose cannon. Doesn't throw you under the bus. Toes the company line. Is loved by the team. The players, I mean. I don't know about the front office. Got better every year. Breaking records. Holding the team together. And yet, this is the one guy that literally gets talked about like garbage. I can't understand it. I can't understand it. But hey, it is what it is. I guess there's worse things that could happen. At least he's rich. At least he's getting paid. I guess he's the least of one that we have to worry about. Because Dak gonna be all right. I don't know if the Cowboys will. But damn. I have been dealing with this knee for 26 years. This one. And I've been dealing with this one 37 years. Damn. That's a long time. All right, y'all. As you can see, it's not quite as cold as it used to be. I'm out here in shorts. As always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. I'll see you guys in the morning. Let's see if we're going to be going on a crazy roller coaster ride tomorrow, too. Peace.